At Ride and Glide, we are always trying to offer the coolest, most up-to-date products that we can possibly get our hands on. And here we have two of the most funky looking bikes on the market. We've got the Super73 ZX and we've got the ZOOZ Ultralight 750. Now the reason we've put these two together is that it's a question we get asked all the time. They're a similar price bracket, they're a similar size, and it seems to me there's a similar type of person that tries to buy them. So we're just going to show you a few of the features on them that differ, a few that are the same, and you can make your own minds up. So first thing we notice, we're looking at the front of the bikes, are the tyres. On the ZX Super 73, as is their way on all of their models, they've got the chunky 20x4 tyre. It's a slick tyre, road tyre, so unlike some of their other bikes, they've got more crossover tyres. The ZX is an urban bike, or we see it as an urban bike, but they've got the big fat tyre still. Now this differs to the ZOOZ, as you can see here, the more BMX style bike. It has the hookworm maxis, this is the 750 model, 24 inch, so it's 4 inches bigger by 2.5, so it's 1.5 inches narrower. So you've got the fat tyres here, but 20 inch, the thinner 2.5 tyres, they're the hookworms, but they're the 24 inch. Next thing you can see is the fender here. So on the ZX, you get this front fender, so the mud flicking up. On the ZOOZ, you don't get any fenders with it. So it's a nice feature from the ZX. Also, looking at the colour, on the ZX, you've got this nice matte moon rock, or they do it in the storm grey, so there's two colour options. In the ZOOZ, you obviously only get the one, it's the chrome option. So it's a shiny chrome style, like that BMX style, but like with a motorbike functionality. And the ZX has that more matte finish, so that the more pastel-y colours, which is a bit softer, but to be honest, I really like both of them. Neither one of these bikes has suspension. BMX style, obviously you would normally have suspension anyway. Super 73 often do put suspension on their models, so you can add suspension to this bike as an addition. One thing that the ZOOZ bike has is a throttle. Comes standard on all their models. Super 73 don't have that on this bike or any of their models as standard, but you can buy it as an addition. So you can have it in road legal 250, like this bike is, in Europe and the UK, or you can put a throttle on and in private land use only, but you can go up to sort of 30 miles an hour. On the ZOOZ, this is the 750 model, so this isn't road legal, but they do a 250 model and an 1100. The 250 can be road legal, but you have to disconnect the throttle, so otherwise that doesn't comply with UK or EU law. ZX comes with a light. Really useful, nice bright headlight there. ZOOZ doesn't come with a light. The ZOOZ comes with a brake light at the back, so as you apply the brakes, the light comes on. The ZX doesn't. It has a rear light, which is really useful, but it doesn't have a brake light. So just some small differences there. Coming back through the bikes, you've got the long saddle on both of them. Personal opinion, slightly more comfortable on the ZX, the seat, I would say. It's a longer seat on the ZOOZ, so you can actually fit your kid with you or something like that on there. But on the ZX, I do think it's slightly more comfortable. Both have the detachable battery and a very similar range. So both key lock batteries, click them out, very similar range. And we've spoken about the motors. Although this is a 250, when you unlock it, that actually unlocks peak power. I think it's 12 to 1600 watt. It's the same on the ZOOZ bike for the peak power. If you get the 1100, it's actually 1600 watt peak power. So similar power on both bikes. Other than that, the bikes are very, very similar. So it's going to come down to what you like the look of. The connections are very similar, the waterproof connections. The display is slightly smaller on the ZX as you come up to the handlebars. Moving on to the brakes. All of the ZOOZ models come with hydraulic disc brakes. The ZX comes with mechanical disc brakes. Some people prefer mechanical, some people prefer hydraulic. I personally prefer hydraulic. They're often seen as more advanced brakes, better gripping power, but still really good brakes on both bikes. But it's just another slight difference. So, there are pros and cons to each bike. Both are fantastic. This isn't really a review to downgrade either of these bikes. It's more just a chance to have a look at them, compare them, because they are a very similar price. 2,500 standard for this, 2,600 for the 750 version of this. Cheaper for the smaller motor and then more expensive for the more powerful motor. So it's purely going to come down to what you like the look of. Some days I want to go beach cruising, which is what I feel like this is more like, and some days I just want to go bunny hopping and ripping around on the streets, which I feel this is more like. So it's completely down to what you like and how it makes you feel. Okay, so hopefully you found that useful, or maybe it's confused you even more. If you want any more information, obviously ask a question in the comments section here, come down to the shop, give us a call. These are both demo bikes, so you're more than welcome to come and have a rip around on both and decide for yourself which one you like. Get us on live chat, get us on email. Like I said, give us a call. Go to the website www.rideandglide.co.uk. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.